Shruti Smriti Purananam Alayam Karunalayam Namami Bhagavad Shankaram Loka Shankaram Apara Karuna Sindhum Jnanadam Shanta Rupinam Shri Chandrasekhara Gurum Pranamami Udan Vaham.
Shruti Smriti Purananam Alayam Karunalayam Namami Bhagavad Shankaram Loka Shankaram Sadashiva Samarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Padyantam Vande GurorMandalam. With the abundant blessings of our Acharya Swamiji, we have been having for the past over 5 weeks the sessions on Vande GurorMandalam, dealing with Adi Shankara Bhagavad Stotras. Now we are in Saundarya Lahari, sloka number 67.
Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Karagreణ sprushtam tuhina girina vatsalataya girishenoodastam muhuradharapanaakulataya karagrahyam shambhoho mukhamukuravrintam girisute katham karam brumaha tava chubukamaupamyarahitam.
In this sloka, it is the Devi's chin which is being praised, and the benefit is Devi will become pleased and we will get all vidyas, blessing of all vidyas. Karagrena Prishtam Tuhinagirina Vatsalataya. Subukam is the subject, which is in the last line. Subukam is the chin. Karagrena Prishtam. It is being touched with the end of your hand. That means with the end of your finger. Tuhinagirina. By whom? By Himavan, the Lord of Mountains. Vatsalataya. He touches the chin of Devi with the end of his finger with great love. The love of a parent towards the children is called Vatsalya. The love of a youngster towards an elder or a saint or Bhagavan is known as Bhakti. So these are the terms which are usually used in our literature to denote various types of love. So here it is the Vatsalya love, that is the parental love. Girishenoodastam muhuhu adharapana akulataya. Girishena udastam, same shubhakam, same chin is being raised. Udastam means because in the presence of Shiva, Devi bends her head down, stoops down. So because of that, he has to raise to look in her face. So that he does. Girishena udastam, by Shiva, it is raised, the chin is raised. Why he is raising? Muhuhu adharapana akulataya. Muhuhu, frequently. He wants to drink from Devi's lips. Adharapana akulataya. That eagerness, that frenzy is what is making him do this. Karagrakyam shambhoho. The chin is something which is worthy of being touched, which is being worthy of being grasped, grashyam, by the hands of Shiva. That means what? It cannot be touched or grasped by anyone else. So it is only for the hands of Shiva that this chin of Devi is meant. Mukha Mukura Vrintam Girisute. Girisute is the address, O daughter of Himavan. Mukha Mukura Vrintam. The skin is like a handle or the mirror that is the face. Mukura is the mirror. The face is the mirror and the chin is the handle. Kasankaram Brumaha Tava Chubukam Aupamya Rahitam. Tava Chubukam, your chin, Aupamya Rahitam, without any parallel. I cannot give an example to this. Upamana is simile. So I cannot give an example or parallel to your Subhuka. So it is Aupamya Rahitam without any Upamana. So that kind of Subhukam, Kathankaram Brumaha, how will we describe? That is the question which he finishes with. How will we describe this Subhuka which is without a parallel? If there is a parallel, we can say it is something like this. For a person who has not seen a place or seen an object, we give an object with which he is familiar as an example. But there are certain objects which Shastra itself describes. How can you describe the ocean for a person who has not seen the ocean? It's a large sheet of water. If you say that it's not enough. So ocean cannot be described by a parallel. Similarly, your Shibuka cannot be described with any parallel. Shibuka can be described only with a Shibuka. So it is touched by Himavan with parental love by the end of his finger, by the tip of his finger, and by Parameshwara, this Shibuka, this chen, is being lifted up, is raised by him with great eagerness, with great frenzy for drinking from your lips frequently, muhuhu. And this chen is worthy of being seized only by Shambhu. And it is like a handle, Vrintam is a handle, like a handle for the mirror that is your face. O daughter of Himavan, your chen is without a parallel. Now, how shall we ever be able to describe this? So, a similar statement is there in Lalita Sahasranama. Anakalita sadrishya subhuka shri virajita anakalita sadrishya. I cannot give a parallel. Sadrishya is same as Aupamya, similar. I cannot give an example. Sadrishya is actually an example. I cannot give an example for your Chibuka because it is so splendid. Shri Virajita. Karagreణ sprushtam tuhinagirina vatsalataya गिरीशेनोदस्तं मुहुरधरपानाकुलतया करग्राह्यं शम्भोर्मुखमुकुरवृन्तं गिरिसुते तदङ्कारं ब्रूमस्तव चुबकमौपम्यरहितम्.
भुजाश्लेषान्नित्यं पुरदमैतुः कण्टकवती तव ग्रीवाधत्ते मुखकमलनालश्रियमियं स्वतश्वेताकालागरु बहुलजम्बालमलिना मृणालीलालित्यं वहति यदधोहारलतिका.
Now this shloka is about the neck of Devi. One by one, each part of the Devi's form he is describing from head to foot. So now he is coming to the neck. Now the benefit for this shloka is Raja Vashyam. That means you can enchant even the kings. They will be enchanted by you. Bhuja Shleshat Nityam Puradamayitu Kantakavati. When Shiva embraces you on the neck, Ashrishtam is embracing. When he puts his hand, Bhuja, puts his hand over the neck, Bhuja Shleshane Nityam Puradamayitu Kantakavati. Always Puradamayitu of Shiva. Kantakavati, your neck becomes with hair standing on end. That is the appearance of your neck. As soon as Shiva touches and puts his hand over the neck, your neck undergoes horripilation, hair standing on end. That is called Kantakavati. Kantaka is like a thorn which stands on end. This hair stands on end. Savagriva dhatte mukha kamala nala shriyamiyam. Savagriva, your neck, which was described in the first line as Kantakavati. That one, mukha kamala nala shriyam. Iyam Savagriva, this neck of yours, dhatte bears the splendor of Shriyam. Mukha Kamala Nala. Nala is the stem below the flower, that is lotus. That is the face. For the face, if you consider it as a lotus, there is a stem, isn't it? Every lotus flower has got a long stem, you might have seen. So this is the stem below, because this neck is just below the face, and it is supporting the face, isn't it? So the stem is supporting the lotus. Face is normally described as a lotus. So this is like a stem. Kamala Nala is the stem of the lotus. Mridali, last line, also means to sing. Swatashveta Kalagaru Bahula Jambala Malina Mrinali Lalityam Vahati Yat Adho Haralatika. Haralatika, there is a pearl necklace which is like a creeper. Pearl necklace, beautiful like a creeper on the neck of Devi. Yat Adhaha, just below the neck, it is hanging. So that Hara Vahati Mrinali Lalityam, it bears the beauty of the tenderness of the lotus stem. Mrinali is the lotus stem. Lalityam, tenderness, beauty. Now that bears that. It is so beautiful, this neck, this necklace, the Haralatika necklace. Also, now first we talked about the neck, which was like a Mukha Kamala Nala. Now we are talking about the pearl necklace, which is also like a very tender and smooth, like the uh, lotus stem, where it is so beautiful. Now, when it is of the color of color of lotus stem, it is neither white nor red. So he is saying that. But it is normally white, isn't it? Swata Shweta. The pearls are normally very white. Shweta means white. Normally, by themselves, they are very white. Swataha Shweta. But now what has happened? It is looking like a mrinali, like a mixed color, not really pure white. Why? Kalagaru Bahula Jambala Malina. Bahula Jambala. Too much of sandal paste. Malina. Because of the sandal paste, mixed with Kala Garu. Kala Agaru. That is the Agaru smoke which we use for dhupa. Agaru smoke which we use like bhakti. Those agarbaktis. So agaru, which is used for dhupa, which is black in color, that gives a little black smoke. So that black smoke coming from the dhupa is given in front of the Devi for the fragrance as well as for drying hair, etc., etc. So when the dhupa is shown in front of Devi, the smoke which is coming from the dhupa is black in color, and it is mixed with the sandal paste which is already applied on her face in plenty. So the two together gives a little dark shade, malina, a little dirty. Malina actually is a dirty shade. Here we should take it as dark shade. So that is now Mrinali Lalityam. Now it has become like a lotus stem. Because lotus stem is not quite white. It is neither dark, it is in between. So this is also like that, in between. Color is in between, neither white nor dark. It is in between because it was originally white. Which one? The pearl in the necklace. They are actually, even though they are white only, but this is poet's imagery. They don't look white from a distance because of the reflection of this uh, smoked sandal paste, which is which is applied on the face. That gets reflected in the pearl necklace. So the pearls look little off white. So this is the description of the neck. Now this shloka has been explained with a lot of inner meaning. Antaryaga, he says, like earlier Antaryaga we saw, mental upasana. So this is one of those upasana mantras, this one. And here what we are actually praying for is Devi's Chit Shakti, the Jnana Shakti, which will act like a mirror, because we talked about a mirror in the earlier shloka. So it is like a mirror to Shiva Jnanam, because Shiva is the one who gives us Jnanam. Jnanam Ichet Maheshwarat. And what is Jnana? Aham Pada Lakshartha Jnanam. What I am is the Jnana, is the object of Jnana. That is the object to be sought after. What I am. Aham pada lakshyartha. What is the object which is meant by the word aham, I? It is not the body, it is the Atma which is inside the body. So that knowledge is the jnana, which is Shiva jnana, which you have to get from Shiva. That experience you can get only from Shiva. And for that, this is like a mirror. That means what? Devi is the conduit to Shiva through which you can get that jnana. Though she herself can give the jnana, because she wants to give position to Shiva, she gets you the jnana through Shiva. This is the explanation for this shloka, inner explanation for this shloka. So, when Parameshwara, the Tripurari, puts his hand round your neck undergoes horripilation, and your neck has the splendor of the being a stem for the lotus which is your face. And there is a pearl necklace just below the neck, like a creeper, hanging like a creeper. The pearls are by nature they are white, but now they are looking beautiful, no doubt, but like a mrunali, like a lotus stem of a very different color. Why? Because of the reflection of the sandal paste applied on the face of Devi, slightly blackened by the smoke of dhupa. भुजाश्लेषान् नित्यं पुरदमयितुः कण्टकवती तव ग्रीवाधत्ते मुखकमलनालश्रियमियं स्वतश्वेता कालागरुबहुलजम्बालमलिना मृणालीलालित्यं वहति यदधो हारलतिका.
गले रेखास्तिस्रः गतिगमकगीतैकनिपुणे विवाहव्यानद्ध प्रगुणगुणसङ्ख्या प्रतिभुवः विराजन्ते नानाविधमधुररागाकरभुवां त्रयाणां ग्रामाणां स्थितिनियमसीमान इव ते.
Now this is the shloka dealing with three rekhas on the neck, three lines on the neck. Now women as well as men who are supposed to be following the Shastra, the Saundarya which is mentioned in Samudrika Lakshanas of Shastra, are supposed to have these three lines on the neck. Shastra says not only the neck as well as the forehead, as well as the waist. Lalate cha gale chaiva madhye chapi balitrayam. These three lines ought to be found. Three pumsor ubhayor jneyam mahasaubhadya suchakam. For women as well as men, these three lines bring a lot of good luck. Mahasaubhagya, great good luck. This is what the Shastra says. And these are found in women as well as men who are blessed by Devi. Now Devi herself, naturally, Devi's form actually follows all the regulations of Samudrika Lakshana. So here we are talking about the three lines which are appearing on the neck of the Devi. The lines are appearing in the forehead, neck and the waist area. Now we are in the neck part. Now he says, Gale rekha tisro gati gamaka geetaika nipune. Gale rekha tisraha. There are three lines in your neck. And then he is addressing Devi as Gati Gamaka Gita Eka Nipune. You are the only master of three aspects of Sangeeta Shastra. Three basic foundational aspects of music, our Indian music system. That is Gati, Gamaka and Gita. Now, these are very scientific musical terms. Only musicologists can talk about it. But to get an idea of that, Gati is twofold in our music Shastra. That is Margam and Deshi. These are the two gatis. And Ramayana, Valmiki Ramayana talks about this when Ramayana is being sung by Lava and Kusha in Rama's Darbar and in all over Ayodhya city. They use the Margam style, he says. Then there is the Gamaka. Gamakas are 5 types of Swara Gamakas, which are mentioned in music Shastra. Then Gita. Gita is the Sahitya, the text, as well as the Swara. These are the 3 major aspects of music in which you are the master. Now, these 3 aspects are reflected by those 3 lines in your neck because it is the neck which produces the sound of music. The sound of musical sound which emanates from Devi, it emanates from Devi's throat. So the neck indicates that this is the place of the music coming from Devi, and that place is marked by 3 lines, and these 3 lines are indicative of the 3 major aspects of Sangeeta, Gati, Gamaka, and Geeta. Vivaha Vyanadha Praguna Guna Sankhya Pratibhuvaha. It is also acting as if it reminds us, Pratibhuvaha. Which one is acting as reminder? Vivaha Vyanadha. At the time of marriage, Mangala Sutra was tied by Shiva on her neck. Now that is Vyanadha, means it is tied around her neck. Praguna Guna Sankhya. Praguna means extremely auspicious. That is why that is called Mangala Sutra, isn't it? Extremely auspicious. And Guna Sankhya. Guna means the thread. There are 3 threads in that, like we have the 3 lines which we talked about now, the 3 aspects of Sangeeta. The 3 threads are interspersed, wound together. That is Vyanadha. Wound together and tied. That is Guna Sankhya, the number of threads, which is 3. Pratibhavaha, it is indicating that the Mangala Sutra is indicative of the 3 lines, and the 3 lines are indicative of the 3 major aspects of music. Virajante nanavidha madhura ragakara bhuvam prayanam gramanam iti niyama dhimana ivate te virajante. These 3 lines, we are talking about 3 lines. Gale rekha sitraha is the subject. So these 3 lines are shining, radiant. In what way they are radiant? Trayanam, Gramanam. There are 3 groups. Grama is a group. Grama is a village. Village is also a group of people, isn't it? So any group is called a Grama. Gunagrama, you can say. That means there is a group of qualities, group of virtues, like that. So these 3 groups are in music. These 3 groups are Shadjam, Madhyamam, and Gandharam. Now I am told that it is only the Shadjam group which is now being used in our present music system. The other 2 are now not being used. That is what we are told by musicologists. Now these 3 are the basic 3 groups of ragas in music. Nana Vidha Madhura Raga Kara Bhuvam. Bhuvam means that is the ground. These 3 groups are the ground of Raga Akara. Akara means the treasure of ragas. This is the ground for the treasure of ragas, which are so sweet. Madhura, Nana Avidha Madhura, not just one type of sweetness, like we have several types of sweets, which we enjoy because they are giving different types of taste. Similarly, there are so many sweet ragas, each giving a different taste. So, Nana Vidha Madhura Raga Karabhuvam. This is the ground. These 3 groups are the ground for the treasure of ragas carrying different types of sweetness. Then, that is about the 3 groups. These 3 lines are indicative of the 3 groups. Now, that he is explaining. Sthiti Niyama Simana Ivate. For these 3 groups, Sthiti, their location, Niyama Sima, their end of their influence, the boundary of their influence, Niyama Sima. Now, these 3 groups, what we saw, Shadjam, Madhyamam, and Gandharam. They are distinct groups, three distinct groups. When you say distinct groups, there are boundaries, isn't it? So those three distinct groups are shown by these three different lines, and the line itself is a boundary for each group. And each group is located by the boundary, obviously. What is in between the lines is the location of that particular group. So these three lines are indicative of these three groups of music, which is the ground for the treasure of ragas carrying sweetness of very different types. And these three lines are also indicated by the three threads which form the very auspicious, praguna, very auspicious Mangala Sutra, which are tied on your neck by Parameshwara at the time of marriage. And Devi is being addressed as the singular master, Eka Nipune, there is no other master of Gati, Gamaka, and Gita, the three major classifications of musical system. And we have seen that just now. गले रेखास्तिस्रो गतिगमकगीतैकनिपुणे विवाहव्यानद्धप्रगुणगुणसङ्ख्या प्रतिभुवः विराजन्ते नानाविध मधुररागाकरभुवां त्रयाणां ग्रामाणां स्थितिनियमसीमानैव ते
मृणाली मृद्वीनां तव भुजलतानां च तशृणां चतुर्भिः सौन्दर्यं सरसिजभवस्तौति वदनैः नखेभ्यः सन्त्रस्यन् प्रथममथनाग्दन्तकरिपोः चतुर्णां शीर्षाणां सममभयहस्तार्पणधिया.
Now we are moving on to the four hands of Devi. Four hands of Devi. Now the benefit for this shloka is the relief from the sin of having offended Shiva. Shiva aparadha shanti. That is, there are offences which are classified as Shiva aparadha. There are religious merits which are classified as Shiva Punyas. Shiva Punyas are working in a temple, doing service in a temple, putting oil in lamps, preparing Naivedya, cleaning the place, cleaning the vessels, preparing the puja requirements, preparing the various objects which are being used in the puja, etc. etc. These are all Shiva Kaikarya, Shiva Punya. And Shiva Aparadha are many where you commit an offense which you are not supposed to commit with reference to Shiva. It can be in a temple or it can be in another place where Shiva is being worshipped. So if you go and talk ill of Shiva, let us say for example, who is this Shiva? He is not at all a good devata. Something like that, if you speak, that will be the greatest Shiva Aparadha. Shiva will get offended. Similarly, if you go and steal some object from the Shiva temple, that is also another offense. Similarly, there could be many other offenses which are all committed by, which have been committed by a lot of asuras, and they are all related in Purana. That is where this is coming. So, even by mistake, even without our knowledge, if you have committed some Shiva Aparadha, this shloka, if you chant, it will give you relief. मृणाली मृद्वीनां तव भुजलतानां शतस्रणां चतुर्भिः सौन्दर्यं सरसिजभवः स्तौति वदनैः तव भुजलतानां चतस्रणां. Your four hands, bhuja actually means arms, not hands. The four arms which are like creepers. Arm means right from shoulder right up to the hand part. That's the complete is called bhuja. So, Ajana Bhuja, we said if the hand is so long that it goes right up to the knee junction, then it is called Ajana Bhuja, that Bhuja is so long. So like that, if like that these four hands, four arms of Devi, which are looking like a creeper, Mridali, Mridvinam, they are so soft, Mridu, like a Mrinali, like a lotus stem. And the Saundaryam, the beauty of these four Bhujalatas, the four arms, which are like creepers, Sarasija Bhavaha, Sauti, Chaturbhihi, Vadanaihi, Sarasija Bhavaha, Brahma, who is born in a lotus, Sarasija is a lotus, who is born in a lotus, that is Brahma, Chaturbhihi, Vadanaihi, Sauti, he has got four faces, and with four mouths, he keeps on praising you. He keeps praising. Praising what? The beauty of the four arms, which are looking like creepers and which are so soft like a lotus stem. That is what he is praising. His four faces, four mouths he is using for praising these four arms. Now that is clear. Now why he is praising? Nashebhyaha santrasya prathama mathanat andhakaripoho chaturnaam shiršanam samaya tamam abhayahasta arpanadhiya nashebhyaha santrasyan prathama mathanat antakaripoho. Antakaripo is Parameshwara, who killed Andhakasura. Andhakaripoho, who killed Andhakasura. If it is Antakaripoho, it means he killed Yama. If it is Andhaka, it is Andhaka. So both are correct. Here we are using Andhakaripo in the typed version. That is fine. So he killed Andhakasura, and by him was removed his first head. He had 5 heads. So Brahma had 5 heads. One head was removed by Parameshwara when he told a lie. That story we know. So Prathama Masanat, by removing the first head by Nakhebhyaha, by the nail, the hand nail, the finger nail is what he used for removing. Just by the tip of the nail he removed. That's what we saw earlier also in Shivananda Lahari. So because of that, now he is afraid, Santrasyan, because of this action of Parameshwara, where he removed the first head through the tip of his fingernail, and who is Parameshwara? He is no less than a killer of Andhakasura. So he is afraid. So what is he doing? Chaturnam, Hirshanam, Samam, Abhayahasta Arpanadhiya. He is praising all the 4 arms because he wants to protect the remaining 4 heads which he is having. Chaturnam, Hirshanam, the 4 heads, Samam, equally, simultaneously, Abhayahasta Arpanadhiya. These 4 heads are to be protected by the 4 arms which Devi is having. So he is praising those 4 arms with his 4 mouths so that his 4 heads will be protected, because he is afraid of his past experience when he lost his first head at the hands of Andhakaripu Parameshwara through the use of the tip of his fingernails. And the arms of Devi, the 4 arms of Devi, are beautiful like a creeper and soft like a lotus stem. And Brahma is praising the beauty of these 4 arms with his 4 mouths with this aim, because he is afraid that of his past experience. So he wants to protect the remaining 4 heads. This is the beautiful way of rendering of Adi Shankara of the beauty of the arms. Mrinali Mridvinam Tava Bhujalatanam Shatasranam Chaturbhihi Saundaryam Sarasija Bhavaha Sauti Vadanaihi Nakhebhya Santrasyanne Prathama Mathanat Andhakaripoho Chaturnam Shirshanam Samam Abhayahasta Arpanadhiya.
नखानामुज्झोतैः नवनलिनरागं विहसतां कराणां ते कान्तिं कथय कथयामः कथमुमे कयाचिद्वा साम्यं भजतु कलया हन्तकमलम् यदि क्रीडल्लक्ष्मी चरणतललाक्षारस चणम्.
Now, the subject is the beauty of the red fingernails of Devi. The red fingernails of Devi, the radiance which is coming out of those fingernails. That is the subject. And the benefit is Lakshmi Kataksham. Nakhanamudyotais Navanalina Ragam Vihasatam. The radiance, the shining fingernails or ridiculing Vihasatam, the red color of Navanalina. Raga is red color. Navanalina is freshly blossomed lotus. Fresh lotus. Not yesterday's blossomed lotus. Today, just now it has blossomed. So, Navanalina. So that has its own beauty, freshly blossomed, its own red color. Now this red color is no match to the red color of the fingernails of Parameshwari. So these fingernails are ridiculing Parihasa, Vihasatam, ridiculing the freshly blossomed lotus red color. Karanam te kantim kathaya kathayamaha kathamume nakhanam udyotehi. Not only the red color of the fingernails has its own shine, no doubt. Not only that, it adds to the shine of the hands, karanam, because nakha is very close to the hand, so the shine emanating from the nail adds to the beauty, the shine, the radiance of the hand. So nakhanam udyotaihi karanam. So those hands, karanam kantim, the radiance which is coming out of your hands, Ume, hey Uma Devi, katham kathayamaha, how are we to describe? How can we describe that radiance of your hands? No, nobody can describe. Tell us, kathaya. Kathaya, kathayamaha, katham. Three kathas he has put together. That is a beautiful paraphrasing. And this is the meaning of that. Katham kathayamaha. How can we describe? Please tell. Kathaya. That means we cannot describe. Kaya chidva samyam bhajatu kalaya hanta kamalam yadi kridal lakshmi karanatala raksha ratakanam. This hands or the hands as well as the nails, the hands particularly, or ridiculing the freshly blossomed lotus. That is what he is saying, isn't it? Now, he says, by some chance, the lotus can attain a little bit, some little level of equality with the hands, provided something happens. What is the something he says? Yadi Kridal Lakshmi Charalatala Laksha Chanam. Kridal Lakshmi, Lakshmi who is sitting on the lotus, Mahalakshmi who is seated on the lotus, who is playing, sporting on the lotus. At that time, when she is sporting, Charanatala Laksha Chanam, she has applied the red lac coating on her feet for beauty. So Laksha is red lac. So the red lac coating which is applied on her feet, also under the feet, Charanatala. Now that gets attached to the lotus because the legs, the feet of Devi Lakshmi, or they are right on the lotus. So when she is beautified with that red lac, the feet are beautified with that red lac. Naturally, that gives a special radiance to the lotus, which is already a red color. Now this red color of the lac coating gives an intensity to that natural red color of the lotus. At that stage, kaya chidva, maybe. Kaya chid means to some extent, maybe to some extent. Kalaya, by in some part, not fully. To some extent, in part, Kamalam Samyam Bhajatu. The lotus may attain some equality to some extent. That is what he is saying. Anta means it is an expression of wonder. Yes. Even lotus may attain. That means what? This is an imaginary situation where the lotus will also attain some level of equality with the beauty of the radiance of your hand. So your radiance of the hand is something which brings to ridicule the red color of the freshly blossomed lotus, and it is radiant additionally by the radiance emanating from the fingernails. Now this beauty of your hand, how can we ever describe, oh Uma Devi? Please tell. Now the lotus may assume to some extent a little of equality with your hands, provided it develops the additional radiance coming from the red colored lac coating on the feet of Lakshmi Devi, who is seated on the lotus. Nakhanam navanalina ragam vihasatam karanam te kantim kathaya kathamume ayachidva samyam bhajatu kalaya hanta kamalam yadi kridal lakshmi charanatala laksharatachanam.
समं देवी स्कन्दद्विपवदन पीतं स्तनयुगं तवेदं नः खेदं हरतु सततं प्रस्नुतमुखम् यदा लोक्याशङ्काकुलित हृदयो हासजनकः स्वकुम्भो हेरम्बः परिमृशति हस्तेन झटिति.
Now the subject here is the beauty of the bosom of Devi, and the benefit is Devi's grace, Devi's anugraha, which is available to us freely like her milk, and bringing under control Yakshini Vashyam, and freedom from fear in the night time. These are the benefits listed. That means if you have a specific requirement, you choose the shloka corresponding to a requirement and go on. Samam Devi Skanda Dvipavadana Peetam Stanayugam. Stanayugam, your two breasts, which are being drunk, Peetam, by Skanda and Dvipavadana, by Subramanya and the elephant-faced Vinayaka. Dvipavadana is elephant-faced Vinayaka. Samam, simultaneously, at the same time. Your two breasts are being drunk simultaneously by Vinayaka and Subramanya Swami. Tavedam nakhedam haratu satatam prasnutamukham. Satatam prasnutamukham. The two breasts are always oozing milk because of these two children. When the mother, this is what poets say always, when the mother looks at children, immediately, if they are small children, babies, then immediately the milk starts flowing out. So, prasnuta mukham. Tava idam means idam stanayugam. Nakhedam haratu. These two breasts, may they remove our khedam, our misery. That is the prayer. Yada lokya shanka kulita hridayo hasa janakaha. Sukumbhau herambaha parimrishati hastena jhaditi. Herambaha. Vinayaka is drinking on one breast. Now what he is doing? Suddenly he developed a doubt whether his two temples on his head, the two temples, the mastaka, whether they are there safely or not, because the two breasts of Devi are looking like the two temples of elephant. So he is doubting whether these temples are safe or not, whether they have been removed and placed on Devi's form. That is his doubt. So he goes and touches and checks whether those temples are safe. That is what he is saying. Yadalokya Shanka Kulita Hridayaha Herambaha. Heramba is Vinayaka. Shanka Kulita Hridayaha. Agitated by doubt. That is his heart. With a heart agitated by doubt. Yat Alokya. After seeing your breast, he developed the doubt. What is the doubt? Swakambho Parimrishati Hastena Jatiti. Having developed a doubt, he Jatiti very quickly, but with his hand, Hastena, Swakambho Parimrishati. Parimrishati means he touches and examines. He touches and examines his own temples, his own kumbha on the temples in his elephant head. Whether they are safe, whether they have been replaced in the form of Devi's two breasts. That is his doubt. So he is agitated by that doubt. And this produces laughter. Ha sajanakaha. This action of Vinayaka produces laughter in Devi as well as Parameshwara who is present there. So, O Devi, your two breasts are being drunk simultaneously by Subramanya and Vinayaka and constantly oozing milk, your two breasts, let them remove always our misery. By looking at the breast, Heramba, Vinayaka, developed a doubt. His heart became agitated with a doubt, and he immediately went and touched his temples to examine whether they were safe. Immediately he did it, and this produced laughter in the parent. So this shloka is described as a meditation not only on Devi, also on Vinayaka and Subramanya Swami, and they have got the benefit of getting jnana from the milk of Devi. So we will also get the benefit like they got from Devi's milk. This is the benefit. This is what the meditation is supposed to bring us. Samam Devi Skandad Vipavadana Peetam Stana Yugam Tavedam Nakshedam Haratu Satatam Prasnutamukham Yadalokya Shanka Kulita Hridayo Hasajanakaha Sukambhau Herambaha Parimrishati Hastena Jhaditi.
अमूते वक्षोजो अमृतरसमानिक्यकुतुपौ न सन्देहस्पन्दो नगपतिपताके मनसि नः पिबन्तौ तौ यस्माद् अविदितवधू सङ्गरसिकौ कुमारावद्यापि द्विरदवदन क्रौञ्चदलनौ.
The subject is again the bosom of Devi, and the benefits are the increase of milk supply for women who are breastfeeding, and because some women have shortage of milk when they are breastfeeding, so that problem will be solved by chanting this shloka. And even Jivan Mukti is possible by chanting this shloka. Jivan Mukti is possible. Because why it is possible? Because we are talking about the milk which is nothing but jnana. It's not ordinary milk. It is jnana. And once you receive jnana, you have already got Jivan Mukti. So he says, Amute Vakshojau Amritarasa Manikya Kutupau. These two breasts of yours, Vakshojau, they are not containing ordinary milk. They are containing Amritarasa, the essence of nectar. Here nectar is not Amrita which is found in Devaloka. This is the nectar of Jnana. That is what he is indicating. And they are Manikya Kutupau. They are kalashas, containers of their ruby studded containers. They are so beautiful that they are like red ruby studded containers. Nasandeha Spando Nagapati Patake Manasinaha. Nagapati Patake is an address to Devi. Oh Devi, you are like a pataka, like a banner. Like we saw Dhwajapati last time, same. Like a banner for Himavan's lineage. Nagapati is Himavan. Nagapati Patake. Naha manasi na sandeha spandaha. Naha manasi, in our minds, there is no even minute doubt. Sandeha spandaha. Even an atom of doubt is not there. Spandaha, spandana means actually mild movement, mild vibration is called the spanda. The atoms vibrate inside the molecule. So that is called spandana. By that, the whole creation starts. The process of creation starts with the anu spandana. So similarly, sandeha spanda means a little vibration which is created in the mind by a doubt. Every thought creates a little vibration in our mind as well as in the universe. That is what Shastra says. The scientific theories also confirm that. Any thought which we think is a minor thought which has occurred to us also produces an effect on the entire universe. That is why we are advised to be in the company of virtuous people, because whatever thoughts they think will influence us because they are near us. Because at a long distance, these thoughts will lose its vitality. So, if you are in the company of virtuous people, those virtuous thoughts will influence your thinking and you will also become a virtuous person. So, he says, Na sandeha spandaha. I don't have any doubt, even an atom of doubt, I don't have in this. In what? To say that your two breasts are containing the essence of nectar of jnana and they are so beautiful as if they are containers which are gem studded, ruby gem studded. पिबन्तौ तौ यस्मात् अविदितवधू सङ्गरसिकौ कुमारौ अद्यापि द्विरदवदनक्रौञ्चदळनौ तौ पिबन्तौ. These two breasts are being drunk by Duradavadana and Krauncha Dalana. Duradavadana is elephant face. Durada is elephant. Elephant face Ganapati. Krauncha Dalana is Subramanya Swami who broke open the Krauncha mountain, who destroyed the Krauncha mountain. He broke it into two by application of his Shakti weapon, veil. So Krauncha Dalana is Subramanya Swami, Duradavadana is Ganapati. So the two children, for babies, for children, the Vinayaka and Subramanya Swami, they are drinking at your two breasts, just like we saw last time. Now the additional point here is, they are Adyapi Kumarau, even today they are children drinking your milk. After growing up, grown up boy will not drink mother's milk, isn't it? But these two children are drinking your milk even now. That means they are still children only. They are still Kumara. Avidita Vadhu Sangarasikau. Not only he is saying they are still children, he is confirming that by saying that Avidita, it's not known to them. What is not known to them? The beauty of the enjoyment of Rasika, the enjoyment of the company of women, Vadhu Sangha. The enjoyment of women's company is unknown to them because they are still babies, small children. What will they know of this enjoyment? So they are still like that Kumara. What does it mean? Because both of them are also worshipped in a married state. So it's a little difficult to explain this, but the, the explanation given by Mahapareva is that Vinayaka is generally worshipped as a bachelor in the south and Subramanya is generally worshipped as a bachelor in the north. There in the north he is worshipped as Kartikeya by the name of Kartikeya, and women do not visit Kartikeya temples during the entire year because women are supposed to not go to a brahmachari's house, so they don't go to Kartikeya temple during the entire year except on one day, that is Kartik Purnima. Only on Kartik Purnima there is an exception when they go and have darshan of Kartikeya. That is the custom prevalent in the entire north, including Maharashtra. Only in the south we have this situation where Subramanya is worshipped along with the two consorts, Valli and Devasena. So perhaps Adi Shankara wants to bring the North Indian practice of worshipping Subramanya as a bachelor along with the South Indian practice of worshipping Vinayaka as a bachelor, because Vinayaka is sometimes worshipped with two Devi, Siddhi and Buddhi, in Bombay, for example, in other places in the north. Whereas in the south, it may be there, but very rare. Generally, even children understand Vinayaka as a bachelor only. So, that means they are still children. That is the imagery which is being brought by Adi Shankara. They are still babies. They are drinking at the two breasts of Devi, and they have no knowledge of the enjoyment of the company of women because they are still children. Whereas Devas or Sudashas, they have Balya, Kaumara, and Yavana. Yavana is the youth when they get into all this youthful enjoyment. That is not available to these two Kumaras. Kumara is, Kaumaram is the state below that, younger than that, children, child stage. So he says like this. So your two breasts are indeed gem-studded containers containing the essence of nectar. On this there is no doubt. And they are being drunk by Vinayaka and Subramanya, and they are still Kumaras because of the jnana they have attained from music, from the milk. So similarly, when we also pray to Devi for her milk of jnana, she will also give us the milk of jnana. That is the indirect advice he is giving us. Sriyana Sambandar, who got the milk from Devi at the age of 3, his lifespan was only up to the age of 16, and he was a great saint, Shaivite saint. And he attained Shiva Sayujya at the age of 16. He never married. The story goes that on the day of marriage, at the age of 16, he left the earth and attained Shiva Sayujya. So that is the power of the milk of Devi, which he also had occasion to drink. अमोते वक्षोजौ अमृतरथमाणिक्यकुतुपौ न सन्देहस्पन्दो न गपति पताके मनसि नः पिबन्तौ तौ यस्मादविदितवधूसङ्गरसिकौ कुमारावद्यापि विरदवदनक्रौञ्चदळनौ
वहत्यम्बस्तम्बेरमधनुज कुम्भ प्रकृतिभिः समारब्धा मुक्ता मणिभिः अमलां हारलतिकाम् कुचा भोगो बिम्बाधर रुचिभिरन्तश्च फलिताम् प्रतापव्यामिश्राम् पुरदमयितुः कीर्तिमिव ते.
The subject in this shloka is the pearl necklace which is hanging from Devi's neck. We saw the pearl necklace last time. Now there is a different type of analysis, different type of description of the same necklace. And the benefit for this is you will get beautiful, good fame. That is the benefit. Vahatyambastamberumadhanuja kumbha prakritibihi samarabdham mukta manibihi amalam haralatikam Uchabhogo, the expansive bosom area, Vahati, it bears, Amba, O mother, Haralatikam, it bears a pearl necklace, which is like a creeper, beautiful like a creeper, and the pearls, Mukta Manibhihi, Amalam, those pearls are so beautiful, though free from blemish, Amalam, they are pure. And where have they been sourced from? How did we get these pearls? Dhanuja, Tamberama, Dhanuja, Kumbha, Prakritibihi, Samarabdham. Tamberama is Gaja. Dhanuja is Asura, Gajasura. We know how Shiva killed the Gajasura, and good elephants are producers of good pearls in their temples. So you can extract pearls from their temples on their head. So Kumbha Prakritibihi, from their temples naturally produce Samarabdham. Those pearls have been used in this Haralatika. And Samberama Dhanuja is Kumbhasura. Kumbha Prakritibihi is naturally produced in the Asura's temples in the head. Samberama is elephant, Dhanuja is Asura. Danuja is Asura because Danu is the third wife of Kashyapa. First wife of was Aditi, second wife was Diti. Aditi produced Adityas, Devas. Diti produced Daityas, Asuras. And Danu, the third wife, also produced Asuras. Same Asuric quality was there in her children also. That is why Danujas are always described as Asuras, born to Danuja. Sambe Rama is elephant because Samba is a piece of grass. Rama means he enjoys. Elephant enjoys only grass. It's a pure vegetarian, enjoys grass. So this is the indication given for describing elephant. So from elephant temple, Gajasura had the form of an elephant. From his temple, these pearls were extracted and they have been used in the pearl necklace, which is like looking beautifully like a creeper on the expansive bosom area of Devi. Bimbadhara ruchibiranta shabalitam pratapa vyamishram puradamaituhu kirtimivate. They here refers to those pearls which are in the necklace. Bimbadhara ruchibihi anta shabalitam pratapa vyamishram puradamaituhu kirtimivate. They are naturally white. Satashveto we saw last time. They are naturally white, but what happens? This time there is a reflection of red color from the red color lips. Bimba adhara. The lips which are like the bimba fruit, red color. Ruchibihi from the radiances. Antaha shabalitam. When the radiances get reflected in the pearls, then from inside the pearls, there are variegated colors. Sabalita means variegated colors are produced in the pearls. Then now these variegated colors reflect essentially two colors. One is essentially it was white. Now essentially there is a red color reflection. So red and white are the basic essential colors. These two by the play of colors in the various shades of light, they appear as different colors. But basically, there are two. And those two are reflecting Parameshwara's fame, Puradamayetuhu Kirtimiva, as if they are reflective of the fame of Parameshwara. That is white. Fame is white. Spotless fame, we say, isn't it? Spotlessness is white. Then the other one is red color, is Pratapa Vyamishram. It is mixed with red color which is associated with Pratapa. Pratapa is valor. The one is fame, another is valor. Valor is where he killed the Asuras like Gajasura, like we saw now. Andhakasura we saw earlier. Tripura Samhara we know, like this. This shows his Pratapa, his Parakrama, his valor. And his fame is spotless white. So these two colors, white and red, are mixed together and gives rise to several colors in the pearls in the necklace, which are reflecting the red color from the bimba fruit-like lips, from radiances emanating from bimba fruit-like lips. And this Haralatika is made from pearls, spotlessly clean, pure pearls, which are sourced from the temples of the elephant-headed Gajasura. And, oh mother, this is how your necklace propagates the kirti as well as the pratapa, the fame as well as the valor of your consort Parameshwara. So this shows her pativrata nature in from one more point of view. How she is in all her activities, how she is praising Parameshwara's Leelas. Vahatyam vastambe rama Sambe Rama Danuja Kumbha Prakritibihi Samarabdham Muktamanibhiramalam Haralatikam Kucha Bhogo Bimbadhara Ruchibhirantashtabalitam Pratapavyamishram Puradamayituhu Kirtimivate. We stop now, time is up. And any questions?
No questions, Mama.
No questions. We stop for the day. And please join me tomorrow evening at 6:30 PM IST, 6:30 to 7:30 for a similar session tomorrow evening. Namah Parvati Pataye Har Har Mahadeva Sri Jagadambikaye Jaya Jaya.